Welcome, beautiful souls. I hope you're doing great. Welcome to this beautiful village of Varenna on the Como Lake in Italy. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful view with me. And today I would like to talk to you about a work-related challenge, which is how to deal with making mistakes at work. And before I start, my name is Dragana Spika, and I'm a rapid transformational therapist and hypnotherapist. And before I became a therapist and a hypnotherapist, I was working in investment banking for 10 years. So I'm well equipped to give you a couple of tips when it comes to making mistakes. So my experience in investment banking combined with my therapy knowledge now will help me give you a valuable advice that hopefully will serve you. So let's start. How to deal with situations where you made a mistake. So usually when we make a mistake, there's this feeling of just feeling bad about ourselves, blaming ourselves, starting a bad self-talk. We try to hide it from our colleagues or our boss, and we sometimes even try to accuse others. And all this because of this fear. So where this is coming from, it's coming from this fear of making a mistake. And why do you fear making a mistake so much that you would do these things, start a bad self-talk, hide it, or even try to blame others? It's because of the way that you are interpreting mistakes in your brain. So throughout our childhood, most likely during our schooling years, in school, we've been taught that making a mistake equals punishment. So every time you make a mistake, you associate making a mistake with something bad that is about to happen to you. So punishment, or even this feeling that you're not good enough, because what was happening in school, whenever you would make a mistake, you would first get a lower grade, so you would be punished, or you would even get a bad kind of comment from your teacher or your parents. And compared to other people, you would get a lower grade. So compared to other people, you would see yourself as being not good enough. So making a mistake in your brain is associated to being punished and not being good enough. So you can imagine why your brain is just panicking when there is this situation of making a mistake, because your brain is saying, oh my God, there's a punishment coming my way, and this will mean that I'm not good enough. So in these situations where you start a bad self-talk and blaming yourself, you should know that, first of all, that is not productive. And then we all know that. Thank you, Dragana. But what I'm saying is, you shouldn't do this for the following reason. In a work environment, if you want to expand, if you want to grow, if you want to learn, you have to try new things. You have to try doing things that you haven't done before. And in trying new things, you can sometimes make mistakes. So making mistakes means expansion. So this is how you should explain it to yourself. You should say to yourself, making mistakes means I have tried something new and I'm about to expand. I'm about to expand my knowledge. I'm about to expand my capabilities. No one is born knowing everything in this world. We keep learning. So trying to blame yourself for not making something work the first time because you have to be perfect is just not productive, and it's not possible. No one is perfect. When we are about to learn something new, inevitably we're doing the best we can, and we can make mistakes because we've never done it before. The more we do it, the better we become at it. And that's absolutely fine. So you should say to yourself, the way you explain this to yourself, you say, well, it means I've tried something new and I'm expanding. And there's this one entrepreneur who invented Spanx in the US who was saying, I was listening to her interview, who was saying, And she's a millionaire, by the way, now, or billionaire even. She kept trying to build her own business since her 20s. And this is because she said she had a complete different attitude towards making mistakes. She said her dad, every day when they were young, her dad would, over dinner, he would ask them, okay, what did you fail at? What mistakes did you make this week? What did you fail at? What was this new thing that you've tried and you didn't do it well this week? And he would literally be disappointed if herself and her brother didn't have anything new to share, if they haven't tried anything new and they obviously couldn't do it perfectly. So this changed her whole attitude towards making mistakes, and she was not afraid to try new things and build different businesses, try different activities out before she finally started her Spanx business, and she's a millionaire, billionaire now. So this is why this is important, because you need to get over this fear. It's not productive. It is preventing you from evolving, expanding. And the second thing is what we do when we feel this fear of making a mistake, we try to hide it. So this is also not productive, because when you hide it, this will potentially cost more money to the company to repair. It will cost potentially more damage to the clients. So the earlier you prevent, the earlier you include other people into trying to resolve this issue, the better it is for the company, the better it is for yourself. Being open and honest is the way to deal with this thing. You say to your boss, your colleagues, look, I've done my best. This is what I've tried. This is all these things that I've tried, and I need help. So can we please resolve this so the impact is kind of controlled? So hiding it will be detrimental to the company, and if it's detrimental to the company, it will be detrimental to your career as well. Being upfront with it and saying to your boss and your colleagues will actually get you some points. People will say, okay, this guy's honest, you know, he comes and he actually alerts us as soon as there's something wrong. We can count on this person, right? So you explain all these things that you've tried to do, and you just need help to basically remediate this situation. And this will help you basically get a good reputation with your boss and your colleagues. And the third thing that sometimes people are trying to do, they're trying to kind of blame others. And again, this is coming from this fear that if I admit it's me, I'm not perfect and I might be punished. So first of all, you explain to yourself, you know, the first point that I made, that this is just growth, part of growth. And secondly, if you try to blame others, you obviously know that this will not help you in your career long term, because it will obviously create a bad reputation. You will create bad reputation for yourself amongst colleagues and when your boss potentially finds out, it wouldn't help either. So long term, this is not helpful. Again, I understand you're doing this out of fear, but stop yourself and explain to yourself. So use the first point that I mentioned, and be open and honest about it and own it and say this is growth. So I hope this helps. So these 3 points, 3 ways how to deal with making mistakes. First of all, stop the bad self-talk. Explain to yourself that mistakes are part of expansion. It actually shows that you're expanding and trying new things, which is good. Hiding it will not help. Be upfront with it. It will help you gain points with your boss and points with your colleagues, because people say, well, this person is really honest. We can count on them. If anything goes wrong in the future, they will just come to us straight away, and we'll be able to basically limit the damage. And the third thing is, don't blame others out of fear and try to hide that it was you who actually made the mistake, because again, this will long-term just build a bad reputation you will build a bad reputation for yourself. Instead, admitting it doesn't mean blaming yourself. Admitting it means being very upfront and honest, and building upfront and honest relationship with your boss and your colleagues, which long-term is the best possible foundation to build your career on. So coming up front and saying, listen, I've tried all these things. This is a new thing that I've tried, and this is what I've done, and I've learned from it. You can say what you've learned from it, and just yes, say it was you. That doesn't mean you are blaming yourself. That means that you own it. This was your attempt to expand, and this is what you've learned from it. So I hope this was helpful, and please leave some comments below if you had any similar challenges at work. Please share this video with colleagues and friends. And again, this video has subtitles in Serbian, French, and English. You need to switch the subtitles on. So I wish you a very, very good day, and sending a lot of kisses. Thank you. Bye.